Changing course in court, Tyler Hadley, the young man accused of bludgeoning his parents to death in their Port St. Lucie home, now set to change his plea.
News Channel 5's Dan Corcoran is talking to a former neighbor and legal experts. He is live in Port St. Lucie tonight. Dan?
Well, Michael and Kelly, this, of course, is where this whole case began, but it could end sooner than expected in a St. Lucie County courtroom. This after a big legal move by Tyler Hadley and his lawyer today. Even in the darkness, this neighborhood is still in the spotlight.
It rocked the neighborhood, whether you knew them personally or not.
Xiomara Medina lives next door to what was the Port St. Lucie home of Tyler Hadley and his parents.
It's not something that happens every day.
In an unexpected legal move, Tyler Hadley goes back to court this Wednesday to change his plea. He's accused of beating Mary Jo and Blake Hadley to death with a hammer and then throwing a party with dozens of other teens in this house in 2011. Was this at all a surprise to you and your team?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's a bolt out of the blue as far as myself and Mr. Romero, my co-counsel, are concerned.
Lead prosecutor Tom Bakadal says the public defender's new filing today has yet to reach his desk.
We have to anticipate or at least proceed like we're going to go to trial. So right now we're still in that mode.
Hadley likely has two plea options now. Guilty or no contest. Both would come with a sentence of life in prison.
What this boils down to is whether or not Tyler Hadley is entitled to parole.
And that argument about parole, legal analyst Michelle Suskauer says, will likely play out in appellate court.
Had it not been for a Supreme Court decision saying it's unconstitutional to seek the death penalty for a juvenile, we'd be seeking the death penalty.
Hadley's double first-degree murder trial, which was supposed to start next month, could be canceled as early as Wednesday.
The fact that it's not going to be drawn out anymore will actually be really great.
And that judge would likely have two sentencing options after Wednesday's hearing: life in prison without the possibility of parole, or life in prison with a 25-year minimum with the possibility of parole. Now, prosecutors say if parole is in fact granted by that judge, they would push for Hadley to serve his two first-degree murder sentences consecutively, and that means he wouldn't actually be eligible for that parole until he's about 70 years old. Reporting live in Port St. Lucie tonight, I'm Dan Corcoran, WPTV News Channel 5.